What are we baking today?
Blueberry Galette.
We're baking blueberry galette. Do you know what's a galette?
I know.
Okay, just the way we have pies.
Yeah.
Apple pie, strawberry pie. This is an open pie. Yes, sir.
Like when I'm 4 years old, I made like a type of galette.
We have baked this before. Yeah. So we're making blueberry galette, which is pretty much an open pie. So you don't have to have a pie container, covering it up, making all those weaving patterns, all of that. It's an open pie. You can just bake it on a cookie sheet. First thing we're gonna start with is butter. I have half cup of butter, this one stick. I'm going to cut it into small pieces, okay? Just need a bowl there. And I'm starting with the butter first because we need cold butter to make a good pie dough. If you have a ready-made pie dough, then that's good. You're good to go. It'll just make your process so much easier. But I don't have that, and I'm going to quickly chop the butter first into small pieces and then put it back in the refrigerator to cool down because it's starting to get warm because of the warmth of my fingers, the temperature around. Now I'm gonna put this in the refrigerator and then get all the other ingredients ready so that my butter is cold when I'm ready to work on it.
Yes, my mom is sure right.
Now we will start with, we're gonna take 1.5 cup of all-purpose flour, okay? So put that in the bowl. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Can you make it quick? Too much noise. Okay. All right, now we're gonna add salt in it. All right, this is half teaspoon. All right.
Thank you.
Scoop it up. Okay, the salt should not be piled up like that, okay? We have to make sure that it's leveled out. So another way to level it out is to move the finger like that. So there's one level. All right, go ahead. That's half teaspoon salt.
Is it my turn?
Yeah.
This is pink what you're doing.
We're gonna take 2 teaspoons of sugar. So, here. Okay, now level it out. Okay, good.
Done.
One more. 1 teaspoon plus 1 teaspoon is 2 teaspoons. Good. That's enough. Put it inside. Now, we have the butter over here, but what I'm gonna do first is I'm gonna mix the salt and the sugar, okay? This is our cold butter. You know what? Yeah. I'm just gonna use my hands to do this. We could use a food processor.
Yeah, good. But it's my turn.
But I'm just going to do this, okay? What we are looking for is a coarse meal. Coarse meal means it should feel like sand, okay? Leaving some butter chunks like this is a good idea because that's what makes the crust flaky. Because as the butter melts inside the oven because of the heat, that will make the crust nice and flaky.
Yeah.
We could do this in the food processor where we pulse it a few times and just makes it easier. But without any machines or gadgets,
just put it in the oven and now it'll just melt.
Let's see. Okay, this is all just a little bit of mixing that we need because we don't want to use too much of the warmth of our hands. Otherwise the butter is going to melt.
Okay.
What happens when the butter is cold? It's nice and stiff. What happens when butter starts to get warm? It starts to melt. So this is how I'm going to leave it as. All right. Now what we also need is ice cold water. So I'm going to get it. Now, when I had put the butter in the refrigerator, I'd also put some water in the freezer so that we could have ice cold water. All right. Now, two spoons. Keshav will put 2 spoons. Alicia will put. Okay. Keshav, go ahead. Put 2 spoons. So that's 1 tablespoon. So Keshav's going to put 2 tablespoons. Make it quick. Okay.
My turn.
And Alicia.
That means 4 tablespoons.
Correct. Pour it and make it quick. All right.
And last.
Okay, done. First, we're starting with 4 tablespoons, which is 1/4 cup of cold water. Then we will see how much we need depending on how well the dough is coming together. Okay? Okay. 1 spoon Keshav, 1 spoon Alicia.
Yes.
Go ahead.
1 spoon.
Okay, and 1 spoon Alicia, quick.
Only
So
1 spoon.
we're putting 6 tablespoons of water total.
Stop. No more spoon.
Okay, and now let's move this on the side
Sure will.
because I'm going to take it out on the
Table.
countertop, which is clean,
Oh my gosh.
and
Wow.
make it into a dough. Okay. I don't want to knead it too much. You know what is kneading?
No.
Kneading is when we are making a dough out of all the flour, right? Kneading will not make it nice and flaky.
Yeah.
Okay, we have the dough that's almost come together. Now I'm going to put it in a cling wrap and then let it set in the refrigerator for 30 minutes to 1 hour. Okay.
Excuse me. Oh, I didn't know you already have it, Mom.
Right, so I have this cling wrap here. Without working the dough too much, I'm going to, spread it out, honey. Thank you. And it's all come together. So, how about we bake mini galettes? Would you like that?
Yeah.
So, I could divide this into 2 portions. Okay. And then once I roll it into a ball, I want to flatten it so that when I take it out cold out of the refrigerator, when it sits and I take it out cold out of the refrigerator, it's easy for me to roll it out when it's in a disc like this. Okay. Let's keep this here and this one. It doesn't have to be absolutely into a dough, not like the roti dough. Okay, this one right here. Here we have that, and I am going to cover it with the cling wrap here. Cover this with the cling wrap, here, and then I want to put it on top of each other. Okay, so it's absolutely sealed from everywhere, but just to be safe, let's just put it in 1 more cling wrap. Okay,
This isn't a cling wrap.
this is called a cling wrap. Cling wrap is a plastic wrap. Okay, so I will take it here this way, tight. We have to put it tight so that it's all sealed. Now, all right, shaping it, pressing it, and let it relax in the refrigerator for 30 minutes, and then we will come back to it.
And bacon?
Okay, so it's been 45 minutes since we had put the dough discs in the refrigerator. You could refrigerate it for a minimum 30 minutes to hours, to a day beforehand, to 2 days, or you can freeze it. I don't freeze the dough, so I like to make it either on the very same day or maybe 2 days beforehand, but not more than that. All right, now we've got the discs, and now is a good time to have all your ingredients for the filling ready. We're going to start with the same mixing bowl that you use for the dough. You can use the same one, and use rinsed and dried blueberries. Okay, honey, this. All right, that's 1 cup.
Blueberries.
Yeah, we're using frozen blueberries. I would use fresh blueberries any day, but I don't have that on hand.
Wow! And that sound, you hear that? That means it's frozen.
All right, that's exactly 2 cups of blueberries that I had stored. Look, look, look. If you see any blueberry stems, let's take it out on the side. Let us switch on the oven at this point. Make sure the baking rack is in the middle of the oven. Start at 400.
I cannot do that. Drop your toy.
Okay, so I have the oven switched on. we have our blueberries. So 1/4 cup of sugar is to start with, but if your blueberries are not sweet or on the sour side, you might want to just put 1 or 2 tablespoons more. It totally depends on you. I'm gonna put 1/4 cup of sugar, but as you can see, I did not level it. I'm letting it be a little heaping cup. Okay, mix it. Okay, that's 1 tablespoon cornstarch. Okay, we're gonna put just a sprinkle of cinnamon powder, ground cinnamon, or you could put 1/4 teaspoon.
Tell me when to stop.
1, 2, 3. Okay, that should be good enough. Not too overpowering, but just good enough. Okay, and lemon juice. You could put 1 teaspoon to 2 teaspoons. I don't like lemon juice that much in my baking, so I'm just gonna put 1 teaspoon. So that is 1 teaspoon lemon juice. And now Keshav, go ahead and stir this, mix this without dropping it outside the bowl. Okay, mix everything in. And Alish, you're going to roll it out. Okay, so gently roll it out. And you need a little all-purpose flour to roll it out. Honey, take that outside.
Thank you.
Okay, roll it.
More strength.
Okay.
I'm a little strong, so that was a good drop for me to do.
Okay, so you want to work quickly with your disc because you don't want the butter to melt. So we are going to quickly roll it, turn it, take some more flour. And how thin do you want this to be? So you basically want it thin enough that you can fold it, and not so thick that it keeps a very dense crust to eat. Not fun. Okay, we could have made mini galettes. That would have been very nice. Also, if you want to make it a little healthier version, you could substitute 1/2 cup of all-purpose flour with 1/2 cup of almond flour, 1/2 cup of pecan flour, up to you. Okay, now we have this rolled out. I'm gonna try and lift it very carefully. So here's what I am going to do. I have transferred it to the cookie sheet, but I'm going to just roll it out right on here. Okay.
So you want it shaped like this?
All right, and this is something you can make it so quickly when you don't have kids around. It's so much easier and faster to make this. Roll it, dump the berries, whatever fruits you want. You could use blueberries, strawberries, peach, apricots, any fresh fruit that you have on hand, or any frozen fruit for that matter. Make sure you toss all the berries. It's a good thing we don't have to use baking soda, baking powder, any of that in this recipe. So this is something with the most basic ingredients on hand.
Whoa.
This way. Okay, easy peasy. And then
I know how you're gonna do it. We're just gonna put it in the middle. Stop! Don't! Let it stay here if mommy tells you.
alright, now I'm gonna put it
Hey, stop!
inside.
Mommy tells you to touch it, then you could.
Well, because you have 2 cups of blueberries measured in, you can just divide this in the 2 discs with 1 cup of blueberries each. Right? And then we're gonna wrap it, fold it, overlap it this way. Okay? I'm gonna spread that a little. It's going to be bubbly. It's going to overflow when all the blueberries start to cook. And okay. So now, all right. Here it is. Now let's work on the other one. moving this on the side. Okay. We had to put it back in the refrigerator because the butter starts to melt pretty easily. Okay, I'm going to take a little bit more flour. Okay, roll it.
Me?
Yes. Start rolling it and then we'll see how it goes. Okay. And one more thing to remember is not to roll it front and back, front and back. Try to roll it one side out. Okay, with that, you're not putting so much pressure on the pie dough, not melting the butter that easily. Okay. Okay, this piece is coming out, so I'm going to attach it again. Okay.
Silly.
Okay, you know what I want to do? I want to, before it starts to stick to the surface, I need to lift it up and see, this is breaking from the side, so
Maybe you can make it for a
lift it
small
up
one.
and turn it this side. Keep 1/4 cup of all-purpose flour on hand for rolling out. Time to move it onto the parchment paper, and then I'm going to continue rolling out on that flour up here, and then roll it out. See that, Alish? This is how we're supposed to roll it out. Very easy if we just keep practicing. What are you doing? Now
we're going to milk the brush and pour it in.
okay, so here we have it rolled out, and you know what, we have to use the rest of the blueberries anyway, so I'm just going to put that in. I think this one has more berries than the other one, isn't it? Looks like we've put a lot more in this one. I'm gonna put some right there. Okay, would be best to just quickly measure 1 cup and divide it. Oven is ready. We are almost ready. Okay, we don't want to press it too much because we don't want it to become way too thin in the bottom. Otherwise, all the blueberry liquid is just going to make, all the liquid that comes out of blueberries is just going to make it so soggy. We don't want that. We don't want it to be a very thin base in the bottom. Okay, now time to, so I like to take 1 portion at a time. Okay, 1 portion at a time, making sure that it's wrapped and put up. It's a very very rustic pie.
Butter.
And doesn't have to be perfect. That's the best part about baking these things, which don't need a perfection. These are my favorite kinds. All right, now I have both ready on.
But Mama,
Yes.
I have to tell something. You're melting the butter.
The butter is melting. We need to work fast. We are going to
Brush milk.
brush milk, correct. How did you know that's what we have to do?
Can I do that too?
We're gonna brush some milk, and we need some sugar on top for sprinkling as well. So, I'll help you with one, Keisha, okay? Brush some milk on top of.
That looks easy.
If you use eggs, you could brush some egg mixture on top of the crust to make it nice and shiny and golden. But we're making a beautiful eggless galette.
Beautiful. Did you just say beautiful?
I said beautiful, yeah, because I love how easygoing and flexible this galette is.
I love the word beautiful.
Okay.
You are.
So here I have some sugar in my hand, sprinkling it on top, all over the crust.
Could you give me some in my hand?
No, honey, I already have it in mine. And because the blueberries already have sugar in them, this is just for the crust outside. All right, done. Let's put it for baking. All right, open the oven for me, please.
Okay.
And step back.
Could be hot.
All right, close it. So at 400 Fahrenheit, I'm going to set the timer for 25 minutes first.
Wow, look at that. The blueberries look like snow. Don't you love it? And the one that the blueberries are.
Okay. The timer just rang, and ooh, we have one galette. Okay, 25 minutes. I'm just gonna keep it in for 5 more minutes.
Look how beautiful it has become.
Oh, gorgeous. Oh man, I love this. A little bit of light brown, a little bit of dark brown. Super hot, don't touch, okay?
I want to see. It's bubbles.
Bubbly, so bubbly.
Let me pop. Well, we cannot pop with something like the knife or a toothpick. I got enough for something to pop.
Do you have any questions about this galette? Okay.
It smells so yummy.
Okay. Yeah, if you watch out, it's super hot. If you want, you could put vanilla extract in it too. If you like that
Wanna
flavor, it would
touch this?
go
Would that
perfectly
make
with
it-
blueberries. I mean, vanilla goes well with anything and everything. So, what kind of questions could you have about this galette? Let's see. I already spoke about what kind of fruits you can use. I spoke about what a galette is and how it's such simple, flexible, non-perfect, rustic, easy version of a pie. I used frozen blueberries instead of fresh because that's what I had on hand. The last time we made this with fresh blueberries, and that tasted amazing too. Should you thaw the frozen blueberries before baking? No, you don't need to. If you thaw the frozen blueberries, it's going to increase the moisture content, and that's just going to make your galette soggy. You don't want to thaw it. How many minutes to do this? Okay, let's see. Because we made a small galette, you could choose to make a big one for 40 minutes, 40 to 45 minutes. We chose to make the smaller versions, which took 30 minutes at 400 degrees Fahrenheit. If you want, you could make those individual mini galettes, and you would probably need 20 to 25 minutes, but it's very easy for you to just set a timer for 20 minutes and then see how it goes. This is what you're looking for, this kind of a color. Light brown, dark brown, kind of golden, and let's see. Well, it's pretty hot right now. That portion kind of overflowed, but this is exactly why you need to cover it up and wrap it properly. And let's see. Oh, beautiful from the bottom as well. Pretty firm, but I can tell this is very nice and nice crust. All right. It is warm right now, so we're gonna eat it in a bit, but I'm gonna set it up. What can you have it with? A scoop of ice cream? Some whipped cream? Or just by itself, a drizzle of whatever? I mean, what a gorgeous version of a pie this is.
I want it with ice cream. I want it with whipped cream and ice cream. I want it with both.
All right, I hope you enjoyed our video, and I hope this was helpful to you. If you bake a blueberry galette after watching our recipe, please share a picture with us. We'd love to know. Tag us on Keshalish. Thanks for watching. Bye.
Bye. Bye.
How is it?
The best.
Oh my gosh, really?
Try it.
You're so sweet.
This is the best blueberry galette.
Do you like it?
One of my wishes came true. I ate the best blueberry galette ever. Monkey eating something yummy. Oh, it's just popping all by itself. Becoming too liquid. See that popping? And going out.